So this time you are detained for a search under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, okay?
Are you sure you want to do that?
I'm PC Door for Lewis Police Station, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
could you explain to me the grounds for the search?
Okay, stay your hands out
I'm
your
not going to
pocket
obstruct.
for me.
Can I put the phone down?
Can I hold your phone?
I'll just put it down like this.
Sure. But the power's still...
Well, no, the power's no, because the search is complete. You should have launched with that.
Show us your phone anyway.
I don't need to show you the phone.
Yeah, you do.
I don't. The search is complete, sir.
Under Section 43.
The search is complete.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be breaking down a police interaction that raises important questions about filming in public, the right to remain silent, and the use of counter-terrorism powers. The footage we're analysing comes from the excellent YouTube channel Coles. We will include a link to their original video and channel in the description below, so please show them your support for capturing this important footage.
Hello mate, you right?
Yeah, good, thank you.
How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Excellent. What are you up to at the moment?
I'm filming.
What are you filming?
The back gate.
Why are you filming the back gate?
So I just have an interest.
You have an interest in what?
The police station.
Okay, what sort of interest?
A public interest.
A public interest,
Yes.
okay.
Do you mind identifying, please?
I'm PC Door. Charlie Delta 911
Okay.
from Lewis Police Station.
Can I help you with anything?
You're sitting in a public place, but I need to understand your motivations in filming a police station.
Okay.
You see, there's also a security concern here, isn't there?
Right.
Of people filming police stations.
What sort of security concern?
Well, I'm sure you can work that out for yourself, can't you?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Could you care to explain?
Well, you say to me you've got an interest in the back gate of the police station.
Yeah.
So what is that interest?
It's a public interest.
In what way?
The public are interested.
The public interest in the back gate of the police station?
Yeah.
And why would that be?
Because the police station is paid for by the taxpayer, so I have a right to come and film it.
Okay, alright. And who are you?
I'm Pinnock.
Pinnock, okay. Have you got any ID, Pinnock?
No, sir.
None at all?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to blow that in your face.
The interaction begins calmly, with the male officer, PC Door, approaching the auditor politely. He deserves credit for immediately providing his name and shoulder number when asked, which aligns with professional standards of transparency. However, his line of questioning becomes problematic almost immediately. He repeatedly asks why the auditor is filming a police station from a public car park, a completely lawful activity. His claim of a security concern is vague and unsupported when challenged. He also requests the auditor's identification without any suspicion of a crime, which is an overreach, as members of the public are not legally required to identify themselves in this situation.
I'm not obliged to give details. I don't just give my details to strangers. Unless you suspect me of committing an offence, I see no reason as to why I should hand over details.
As I explained to you,
yeah.
I'm trying to work out what exactly your motivation is here.
There's no ill intent.
Okay, you're telling me that. I'd like to know who you are.
Okay, well, I'm not going to tell you who I am.
It makes it a little bit more suspicious than...
Not really, I'm a member of the public. I don't just have to hand over details because you say so. Come on, that's not how these things work.
Well, obviously, I'm just trying to establish what is going on here and who you are. So it makes life a lot easier, doesn't it?
I'm a member of the public, filming from public.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. Are we happy with that?
I'm not to be happy at the moment, no.
Alright, so how do we...
I'd like to know who you are.
Well, you're not going to find out. I don't carry ID.
But you can tell me who you are.
I'm not going to. So how do we proceed?
It's difficult, doesn't it?
Not really. Like, I'm not committing an offence.
The auditor correctly asserts his rights by refusing to provide identification, as he is not legally required to. PC Door's response, suggesting that this refusal increases his suspicion, is flawed and concerning. Exercising a legal right should never be treated as grounds for escalation. A second officer arrives and professionally identifies herself, which is commendable. The most critical moment occurs at the end of this segment, when PC Door detains the auditor for a search under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000. This is an extreme escalation. That specific power requires an officer to have reasonable suspicion that the person is a terrorist. The grounds he provides, filming a police station, a lawful act, and refusing to give details, a legal right, are exceptionally weak and almost certainly do not meet the high legal standard required.
You recording a police station, which doesn't happen quite often.
Right.
So now my colleague's trying to ask your name so we can just clarify who you are. Because we don't know who you are. You could be known to us for a number of reasons. We might not be known to us. But we just need to work out who you are. But you're refusing to tell us your details.
That's right. I don't see how this is suspicious. Like, what?
We've been alerted to you recording the police station because someone's deemed it suspicious.
Would you mind identifying yourself?
Yeah, PC Captain. I work at Lewes Police Station.
All right.
And 866 is my phone number.
The female officer attempts to justify their actions by saying a member of the public reported the filming as suspicious. While police must respond to calls from the public, they must use professional judgment and legal knowledge to assess the situation. A member of the public's opinion does not automatically provide the reasonable suspicion needed for a search, especially under the Terrorism Act. The auditor is detained for a search, and the officer's reasoning becomes circular. They are suspicious because someone else found the auditor's lawful actions suspicious. The auditor correctly challenges the legal basis of the stop, but the officers continue, relying on the vague idea that the behavior is unusual.
People want to know how their tax money is being spent, upkeep of the building. The taxpayer pays for the police service, for the building.
Yeah.
So any member of the public has an obligation to come and film from public. I don't appreciate, things such as hostile reconnaissance and stuff.
That's just concerns that we have. If members of the public or someone has alerted us to a male recording in the back of the police station, it's just one of the things that will cross our mind. So we're not necessarily that saying much to do it, but actually we've got a right to.
Yeah, you're well within your right to ask me questions, but just alluding to things like hostile reconnaissance, I don't think is a good.
The auditor continues to challenge the grounds for the search, pointing out that the officer's suspicion is not based on any objective, lawful standard. He correctly argues that unusual behavior, such as filming a police station, does not automatically create reasonable suspicion of terrorism. The third officer's statement, exactly, which raises our suspicion, confirms that their entire justification for invoking a serious counter-terrorism power is based on nothing more than the unusualness of the act, which is legally insufficient. The female officer again identifies herself when asked, which is appropriate. This segment highlights the auditor's strong understanding of his rights and the legal requirements for a lawful search, standing in stark contrast to the officer's poorly justified use of the Terrorism Act.
Well, there's
raises suspicions.
Well, there's a first time for everything. I mean, I don't need to.
Trying to hide your details, which also raises suspicions.
I'm not trying to hide anything. I don't have, I'm here in public. My face isn't covered. I'm not trying to hide anything. I've explained to you why I'm here. I don't feel like I need to account for my presence.
Okay, mate. But look, this is very, whether you think it's normal or not, this is very unusual circumstances.
Okay.
And you're not giving us your details, which just raises suspicion.
Okay.
You're filming a police station.
I understand.
You've freely admitted to us, okay? So this time you are detained for a search under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act, okay?
Are you sure you want to do that?
I'm PC Door for Lewes Police Station, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
could you explain to me the grounds for the search?
Stay your hands out
I'm
your
not going to
pocket for me.
obstruct. Can I put the phone down?
Can I hold your phone?
I'll just put it down like this.
Sure.
Yeah.
The auditor requests a copy of the search record, which he is legally entitled to, and the officer agrees, an appropriate and procedurally correct step. The auditor then states that the officers may be liable for civil proceedings, which the officer acknowledges. The auditor also references the Metropolitan Police's photography guidance, which provides best practice advice on the public's right to film. PC Door's dismissive reaction, questioning why guidance from the Metropolitan Police would apply to his force, shows a misunderstanding of how national best practice and professional standards are shared across policing. While such guidance is not legally binding, it represents accepted professional standards.
Terrorism Act, yeah, because they're filming the police station, they're not providing us with the details, and it's raised us suspicions. We've questioned why that's suspicious, and we've told you that in all our time in being here, nobody else has displayed this behaviour.
Those aren't grounds.
They are
You
grounds.
have to go on base objective, but there's no objective basis.
They are grounds under the Act.
No, they're certainly not.
They are.
Filming is not grounds.
Check out, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
You don't have to agree,
Yeah.
but that's just what we're telling you.
Okay, but there needs to be an objective basis for the suspicion. In order to reasonably suspect someone of being a terrorist, there needs to be an objective basis. The fact that you said no one has been here before is in no way an objective basis. That's just something that you find unusual. I don't know.
Exactly, which raises our suspicions, and that's what offends our grounds.
A third officer escalates the situation again after the search has already concluded and the auditor has been told he is free to go. This officer demands to inspect the auditor's phone and threatens to seize it if he does not comply. This is highly problematic. The search was over. Any further search or seizure would require new and specific legal grounds, which were not present. The auditor's compliance is clearly given under duress, not consent. He is acting under threat of losing his property. This appears to be an unlawful extension of the initial search power and a serious overreach of authority. The officer's claim that the power still applies is questionable, as the original search incident had already concluded.
Right. And we get a copy of the search slip. Can I get a copy of the search slip, please?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you understand that now you may be liable to
Of course I
civil
understand that,
proceedings in a civil court?
Yes, absolutely.
Because you've just abused my rights.
Well, I don't think I've abused your rights, have I?
I think you have.
Okay.
Because there were no grounds other than the fact that no one in all your time of being here has filmed the police station before. There's photography guidance on the Met Police website.
On the Met Police website?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's guidance about photographers, public photographers, and how the Terrorism Act shouldn't be used to interfere with people recording from a public place. In any case, you should be engaging with public photographers to help identify criminals.
We are engaging.
I know, so what was the reason for the search? What, because I wouldn't give my details?
But so we have explained, obviously you're being here, you haven't given us really much details.
I don't need to give you any details.
That's fine. But then you need to understand that raises our suspicions.
But if I want to, I don't have to account for my presence in a public place. Like, I could exercise my right to not even speak, and you can't interfere with me.
I don't know who you are, so I don't know if you're known to us for any reasons, okay? So how would I find that out if I don't know who you are? So you could have given us your name, your date of birth.
I don't need to, though.
But I understand that.
Under protest, the auditor allows the officer to inspect his phone. The officer finds other videos of police stations and accuses the auditor of being dishonest for not mentioning them earlier. This is a manipulative tactic. The auditor has no obligation to volunteer information, and invoking his right to silence is not dishonesty. The officer then attempts to justify examining a second phone by claiming the same power applies, even though that phone was not used for filming. This further expands his flawed legal reasoning. The auditor correctly states that the search was complete and that any further examination is unlawful.
What's that? What are you deliberating over? I'm free to go, right?
Well, the legislation.
Yeah.
You've obviously refused your details.
Yeah.
And the legislation covers us to be able to search you.
Yes.
And also to examine your phone as well.
Right, but the search is complete. You said the search is complete.
I've completed the search now, but you wanted a copy of the search.
And that I'm free to go.
Yeah, but the power's still.
Well, no, the power's no, because the search is complete. You should have launched with that.
Show us your phone anyway.
I don't need to show you the phone.
Yeah, you do.
I don't. The search is complete, sir.
Under section 43.
The search is complete.
I've completed the search now, but you wanted a copy of the search.
No, just because we finished physically touching you.
Yeah, but the search was complete. I was free to go. Yeah, but am I free to go?
You are free to go.
All right. You said the search is over. You need to be very careful about what you do now.
Okay. Can you show us your phone? Yeah.
No, I don't want to show you the phone. No.
But the power allows us to. So.
No, it doesn't. The process was complete. You said I'm no longer detained and I'm free to go. Am I still detained?
Yeah. No, you're not detained.
Okay,
no.
thank you. Yeah, but am I free to go?
You are free to go.
All right, go. Now you're just stretching your jurisdiction. Now, listen, you guys have already messed up. I suggest you don't take this any further.
Show us what's on your phone.
Why should I show you on the phone?
You can control it.
I don't want to consensually show you what's on the phone.
But it's not with consent because we're exercising the power to do it.
Well, it is with consent because I don't need to show you what's on the phone. All I've done is film this.
Well, then I'll take it and have a look at it.
So you're going to seize the phone if I don't show you?
Yeah.
Okay, so under duress and under threat of having my property stolen and seized,
No,
I'm
under,
going to show.
under the Terrorism Act.
Yes, but the search was complete, Sergeant.
No.
I don't want to show you the phone.
No.
The search was complete.
The physical search of you was complete.
The search was complete. I was free to go. You said I'm no longer detained. The search extends to my phone.
Power extends to your phone.
No, the search extends to my phone. You should have done that whilst the search was ongoing. I don't want to show you the phone.
So we will seize the phone if you don't give it to us.
All right, I'm going to show you. All right, I'm going to show you under duress and under threat of having my property seized. I'm going to show you. Okay.
So you've got another phone.
I've got another phone. That's right. This is my personal phone.
My colleague would like to look at that one, please.
Why? I haven't used this phone to
It's the same.
I haven't used this phone to record.
The legislation doesn't specify that.
No, you're just violating my rights, right? You're violating my rights at the moment.
Definitely not.
No, you certainly are. You're behaving like a tyrant. This is way beyond the powers.
This is obviously not the first time that you've come to a police station to film, because I can see on here that you've done it a few times before.
Okay.
But you didn't tell us that earlier. So
I don't have to tell you that.
No, you lied.
It's not an offence to lie, is it? There is a legitimate purpose for my filming.
Like London.
I'll pick this back up. I don't have to explain my motivations.
You don't have to, but then you raise suspicion, don't you?
But the search was complete, and then you've then gone and looked through my phone. And under threat of it being seized, I've allowed you to do so.
The search wasn't complete.
The search was complete. The search extends to the phone during the time in which I was detained. The time in which the search was complete. That's it. You can't then go and... Yes, because I can still be here. I'm in a public place. You said that I'm free to go, so I'm free to stay. So the search was complete, and then you've then taken it upon yourself to take my phone from me and look through it.
The officers, having found no evidence of wrongdoing, begin completing the paperwork for the search. The auditor remains on scene to ensure he receives his legally required copy of the search record. A third officer confirms that the auditor is not detained, but still implies his presence is suspicious because he remains there. This ignores the reality that the auditor is in a public place and waiting for the officers to provide documents they are legally obligated to issue. The final moments show the officers discussing the situation before the video ends, leaving the final resolution of the paperwork unclear. However, the major elements, the stop,